I don't know if you know this. Actually, I do know you know this. It's a joke. But you are leaders. Do y'all know that? Like every single one of you? And my question is not, are you a leader? My question is, do you understand how much of a leader you are, and are you clear about the direction you're leading people in? That's my only question. And if you're not clear about that, I want you to think about that tonight, okay? And I want to point something out about leadership. I'm going to do this. This is a really great trick in PowerPoint. If you hit B, the screen goes black, and now people can watch you. It's a good trick. I want to point something out that's very obvious, but is also really important. It is easy to be a leader when it's easy to be a leader. Have you noticed that? But it's not usually when it makes a difference. If this were a buffet tonight and I said, "Follow me, I'll go first," that's being a leader, right? Leaders go first. I'm leading to the buffet. But that's not when it really makes a difference, right? That's not going to change people's lives that I went first at the buffet, right? When it makes a difference to be a leader is most often when it is difficult to be a leader. So with that in mind, being clear that you're a leader and the only question is which direction are you leading, and being clear that when it's easy to be a leader is not necessarily when it makes a difference. It's more like when it's hard to be a leader when it makes a difference. Would you like me to share with you the 3 ways that I know of to connect with and inspire any audience, anywhere, anytime? Would you like that? Yeah. Good. Now, some of you were with me earlier, but I want to just remind everybody, I am not television. So I can see you, I can hear you, and when I say, would you like that? If you say yes, that really means a lot to me. So would you like that? Yes. Yes. Okay, good. So here are the 3 ways to connect with and inspire any audience, anywhere, anytime. Number 1 comes from a man that I met a while ago. His name is Les Brown. And Les Brown is probably the most highly paid, most highly requested public speaker in the world. So he's probably a good person to listen to on something like this, would you think? Good. So here's what he told me. He said, people don't connect with your successes. They connect with your messes. Your message is in your mess. That's a brilliant statement. I'm going to say it one more time. People don't connect with your messes. People don't connect with your successes. They connect with your messes. Your message is in your mess. Now, he doesn't mean get up and talk about, complain about what doesn't work, right? What he means is, if you have the courage to tell us about some place where you screwed up and what you learned from it, we're really going to like that. I'll tell you right now, if the only people you're going to listen to are people who've succeeded, then you don't want to listen to me, because I have lost several $100 million in my life. And the biggest, worst one for me was a thing called bigwords.com. We sold textbooks to students over the internet in the late 90s and early 2000s. And we did all kinds of things right, but guess what? We were not profitable in time when the whole stock market went off the cliff there in 2000. And our investors, after investing more than $80 million, pulled the plug. And I wanted to die. In fact, I wanted to die so badly that I almost did. I had an autoimmune disease, which is your body attacking itself, which I think is a metaphor for what was happening for me. I was so ashamed and embarrassed and angry and hurt and sad that I almost died of an autoimmune disease. And what I learned in that room as all the doctors were coming in, because it was a really rare condition. So all the doctors from all over the Bay Area came to see me because they wanted to see what this looked like. And they looked at me like they weren't sure I was going to make it. And I'll tell you what, you have this, when that happens, I think most people, for sure I did, looked over my life. I sat there thinking about my life, and here's what I saw. I saw that I had a very small context and that I was a super selfish person. And it completely changed my life. Here's what I saw. My context, check in with yourself. My context was opportunity only knocks once. You better make this work. That was my everyday. And what I became really clear about is that it was all about me. I was gonna succeed. And I wanted to take other people with me, sure, but I was gonna succeed. So I was very selfish and I was living in a very small context. And in that hospital room, I decided that I wanted my context to be, I'm here to make a difference, period. And I wanted to do something that made a difference for other people instead of being so selfish and worried about what I was gonna do to make money for me. And I gotta tell you, that changed my whole life. And here's the thing, if you resonate with that, if that means something to you, then you can take it. That's yours now. And you don't have to almost die to get it. That's why people don't connect with your successes, they connect with your messes. They want to know what you learned out of that failure. Good? Yeah. Good. Okay, good. I mean, if you don't like it, I can stop. Would you like number 2? Yeah. Okay, number 2 comes from a guy named Craig Valentine, and it's very useful in Finland. It's also very useful in Vietnam. It's also very useful on planet Earth, which is a great place to be. And here it is. A guy named Craig Valentine, the 1999 world champion of speaking, told me, don't make yourself special. Now, you're all pretty good at that, right? We're in Finland. Don't make yourself special. But here's what I think might be missing. Make the process special. I want to tell you another quick story, yeah? When I went into high school, because Joni Babelis was taking forensics, I took forensics. She was the most beautiful girl in 8th grade, so in high school, I took forensics because she did. Brilliant decision by accident. And I had a world-class coach. He was internationally top-ranked coach. And I worked with him, and I thought he was the coolest guy around, and I won every contest I ever entered, first, second, or third, from the very first one till the very last one, except for one. And that judge actually ran after me 2 years later at another debate meet and stopped me and said, oh, I gotta talk to you. You remember that loss I gave you? And of course I remembered. And he said, I gotta apologize. I've been thinking about it ever since. I wanna just tell you, I made a mistake. You should have won, and I'm sorry. Now, notice, if I just said, and now I'm gonna teach you all how to be great public speakers, everybody would be like, ooh, when's this guy gonna be done? But here's the point of telling you that. It's not about me. I didn't do anything special. I was just a dorky 9th grader. The one thing I did, I had, remember, a world-class coach. Okay, now that word is important, a world-class coach. The one thing I did different than anybody else, I was, come on, starts with a C. I was coachable. Who said that? Okay, you win a prize. I was coachable. That's the one thing I did. And I didn't even do it because I was so smart. I just did it because I loved him. He was cool. Anything he said, I did. You know, stand on one foot, touch your nose, and I won all those courses. Now, here's the thing. I really am not special, but the process, find a great coach and be coachable, that is special. And that's what you now have. And here's the thing that you need to know that we alluded to earlier. Have you ever noticed that if you don't tell people about the things that you do well and your successes and your great product, have you noticed that if you don't tell them, they won't know? Right? Okay, now if you have a great product and you don't tell them you have a great product, you are ripping them off. Stop doing that. I don't care how wonderful and humble and Vietnamese and Finnish you are. If you don't talk about how great your product is, they won't know. So if you can make the process special instead of you, now you can talk about something that's good in a way that will help people and make them happy to hear about it instead of turning them off. Good? Is this good? Yes? Anybody from Finland think this is good? Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, you want the third one? Okay, do you mind lightsabers? Do you guys mind lightsabers? Okay, here we go. The third one involves lightsabers. Because I tell people that Nancy Duarte, who did a lot of the great visual stuff for a lot of the TED speakers like Al Gore's Inconvenient Truth. She helped him with all the PowerPoint visual stuff, beautiful. She's brilliant, and she says, don't be the hero of your talk. Make the audience the hero. Don't be the hero of your talk, make the audience the hero. That's Nancy Duarte. So let's just say, don't be Luke, be Yoda. So let's see what it would look like if Luke gave a talk. Are you ready? Okay, here, this is Luke giving a talk, yeah? Thank you very much. Okay, so that was pretty good, right? I didn't hurt anybody or, I didn't lose control or cut something. So that wasn't bad, but let's try it again now. And instead of being the hero, Luke, let's see what it would be like if I were Yoda or if I were Obi-Wan. Good? Ready to see that? Okay, here we go. This is an elegant weapon from a more civilized time. And if you practice and use the Force, you could change the destiny of the galaxy. And the Force is strong with you. Come on. Bring it on. Oh, but wait, there we go. Yeah, yeah, come on. Okay, bring it on. Come on, get serious here. Yeah. Very good. Very good. Awesome. Good job. So, if you practice and you use the Force, you could change the destiny of the galaxy. Thank you. Okay, simple question. Which one of those was more fun? The first one or the second one? The second one. Which one did you like better? The second one. So don't be the hero of your talk, make the audience the hero of your talk. So here's the thing, let's run through them one more time, okay? Number one, people don't connect with your successes, they connect with your messes. Your message is in your mess. That's right. Number two, don't make yourself special. Don't make yourself special. Make the process special. Figure out what the process was that had you succeed, and then you know what? Not only can you tell other people, but you'll know. I didn't realize at the time that I was so successful because I was coachable. I had to figure that out later, after I had been uncoachable for a really long time. So if you go to the trouble of figuring out the process, you can share it with other people and you'll have it too. Number three, don't be the hero of your talk. Make the audience the hero. So Because you played along, I have a present for you. Your very own mini lightsaber.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So now let's go back really, really fast. Do I have 1 more minute? 30 seconds? This is not easy, folks. This takes some work and it takes some courage. Have you noticed that nobody wants to be the first person to talk about the place they screwed up? Nobody likes to be the first person in that conversation, but people love to be number 2 or number 3 or number 4, right? We're going to close down the bar with that conversation and no one's ever going to forget it. But it's not easy. But when you're a leader, it's the not easy stuff that usually makes a difference. So if you think about all of these things, I think the key is to stop being so narcissistic and start thinking about your audience. Thank you.